Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about the Hopi Indians, also known as the Pueblo Indians, okay? So let's go ahead and start reading. One of the oldest Indian groups, the Hopi, made their home on what is now Arizona in the early 1300s. They were one of the American Indian tribes that lived in the southwest region of the United States of America. The Hopi may have been related to the Aztec Indians of Mexico. The Hopi were sometimes called Pueblo, which refers to a member of a group of people living in an Indian village. And here we have a picture of a beautiful Hopi Indian woman. Now, for shelter and food, many of the Hopi villages were located on mesas. Farming was their main occupation. They grew corn of different colors and kept a surplus of corn in storage rooms to last throughout the year. They wanted to make sure they had enough to eat. Hopi people also made pots and containers using clay. They were one of the earliest people to fire pottery. This made it strong and hard. The Hopi believed that they were caretakers of the land. They wanted to keep their land healthy. They hoped they would have plentiful rainfall for abundant crops. Special ceremonies were held in order to pray for a good harvest, since where they lived did not have a lot of rainfall each year. However, the Hopi Indians were successful farmers and caretakers of the land. And here we have some pictures, some informational text, some illustrations about the Hopi Indians. So here's that corn that they grew of all different kind of colors. And I'm just used to yellow corn or yellow and white corn. I only really see this around Thanksgiving time. But imagine having this the whole year and having a surplus of it just in case they weren't having a good farming year. They had that resource, that natural resource to survive. Over here, we have their community, their mesas, and you can see how they were built on multi-terraced. So that was multi-levels with different rooms inside that they built out in the southwest in a very dry area. They were able to build very sturdy and comfortable homes. And here we have a Hopi Indian woman grinding the wheat down to make flour. Pretty cool, right? And this is in Arizona, in the southwest. So now let's look geographically where the Hopi Indians live. So we have all of these areas in North America, and we said they lived in the southwest area. So here they are in the southwest area. This orange section right here is where the Hopi or the Pueblo Indians live, okay? In relation to where we are, I'm in Georgia in the southeast. They were on the other side of the United States of America. It wasn't the United States then, but just as a reference to now, that's where they were located. So now let's get a little bit more into comparing how they lived with some other Indians, like the Seminole or the Indians, okay? So the Seminoles lived in the southeast area, and the Inuit people lived in the Arctic. And their climates, all three of those climates are very, very different. Let's go back to our map. From the Arctic, where the Inuit live, is very cold, desolate, okay? And they grew a lot of their food from the sea, and their homes were igloos or made out of animal skin and tents. If we talk about the Southwest, it's a very fertile land, especially in the lower coastal plains. It's a very fertile land, so they were able to farm and use the land and hunt to get their food. That's the Seminole Indians. But the Pueblo Indians were in a dry and arid climate, so they did farm, and that was their main source of income, main source of food. I'm thinking about money. Now, let's think about these four things. Now, contribution. Here's a word that you're going to hear a lot when we discuss the Southwest Indians. Now, that word means they played a part, the part played by a person or thing in bringing about a result or helping someone to advance. A reservation is land given to the native people by the government. Natural resources, the things found in nature, and the word Hopi actually means peaceful one. Now, here we go. Where in the world are the Hopi Indians? Let's retouch on that. So, here's a current picture of the United States of America. And the area outlined in red is where the Hopi Indians lived. And remember, I stated earlier that they came from the Aztec Indians, yeah? And the Aztec Indians were located in Mexico. So, as you can see, they were here and they traveled north into Arizona, New Mexico, and past southwest Texas and became a new tribe of Indians called the Hopi. Let's talk about their homes. The mesas, the adobe homes. Now, adobe homes are also known as pueblos that were suitable for warm, dry climate in which they lived. It wouldn't make sense for them to have a home like the Seminoles because the climate would not be conducive for them to live in them. Okay. The adobe or pueblo homes were multi-story houses made of adobe. So, like, what is adobe? Adobe is clay and straw baked into hard bricks. So they were able to create clay and straw bricks from their natural resources in their environment that was strong and sturdy for them to live in. So strong that they could create multiple levels of living spaces. So here's a picture of actually how that brick, those bricks were made out of claw and straw, clay and straw. I'm sorry, guys. So here it is right here. And it looks very similar to how bricks are made today. Now, the Hopi tribe were villagers and farmers. Their villages were located in lofty plateaus in northern Arizona and other areas of the Southwest. And that's it for our Hopi Indians. Okay, guys? So they lived in the Southwest. They lived there, they used their natural resources to survive, food, and create multi-storied homes. They were one of the first American Indian tribes to use fire clay pottery, and they are still there to this day. So there are areas now in the Southwest where they live now. They live on reservations, okay? And you can visit some of those reservations if it is allowed. So if you don't have any questions, comments, concerns, drop it down, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.